The decision for some women in Japan to engage in sex work is not a simple one. It is driven by a complex interplay of various factors. These include significant economic pressures, deeply embedded social norms, cultural influences, and individual circumstances. While economic hardship is undoubtedly a major contributor, it is crucial to understand that it is rarely the sole reason. This issue requires a nuanced perspective, moving beyond simplistic explanations. We must examine the broader societal context that shapes individual choices and opportunities. Understanding this complexity is essential for informed discussion and policy. Economic necessity stands out as a primary driver for many women entering the industry. Factors such as persistently low wages in traditional sectors, the high cost of living in urban centers, and the impact of a weak yen contribute significantly. These conditions can make it difficult to meet basic financial needs through conventional employment alone. Many women are pushed towards sex work seeking quick financial relief or a higher income than available elsewhere. They may have specific financial goals in mind. These goals often include paying off debts, funding their education, supporting family members, or saving to start a legitimate business. The industry's structure often offers flexibility that traditional jobs lack. Part-time options, short shifts, and the ability to work irregular hours make it accessible. This flexibility can be particularly appealing to those balancing other responsibilities or facing immediate financial crises. The sex industry is deeply embedded within the fabric of Japanese society. It has a long and complex history, with roots stretching back centuries to areas like the famous Yoshiwara district. This historical presence contributes to a degree of cultural normalization. Legal frameworks, while prohibiting penetrative sex work, contain loopholes that allow a vast array of non-penetrative services to thrive openly. This legal ambiguity creates a large and highly accessible market. The sheer scale of the industry means it is a visible and readily available option for women seeking employment. Its normalization relative to some other cultures makes sex work a more conceivable path. The diversity of services offered, from companionship clubs to massage parlors, caters to varied client demands and, consequently, varied motivations for women entering the field. This accessibility lowers the barrier to entry for many. Gender inequality remains a significant challenge in the Japanese labor market. Women often face restricted access to high-paying, stable career paths compared to men. Traditional corporate structures can limit advancement opportunities and salary potential for female employees. In this context, sex work can be perceived as a higher-earning alternative, at least in the short term. The potential to earn significantly more per hour or per night than in conventional part-time jobs is a powerful draw. This economic disparity highlights systemic issues in mainstream employment. Societal expectations can also play a role. Concepts like filial piety, the duty to care for and support one's parents, can place significant financial pressure on women. If traditional jobs do not provide sufficient income, sex work might be considered to meet these family obligations. Furthermore, the stigma associated with sex work can create a trap. Once involved, it can be incredibly difficult for women to transition to other careers. Employers may discriminate, and the social judgment can limit future opportunities, reinforcing reliance on the industry. It is important to acknowledge that for some women, engaging in sex work is a choice made for personal reasons. They may seek financial independence, aiming to control their own money and lives free from reliance on family or partners. For others, it is a way to supplement income from other jobs or studies. The flexibility offered by the industry is a significant appeal for those prioritizing autonomy. The ability to set one's own schedule, choose working hours, and decide when and how much to work provides a level of control often absent in rigid traditional employment. This can be particularly attractive to students, artists, or those pursuing other ventures. However, it is crucial to view these choices within their broader context. While agency exists, these decisions are often constrained by limited alternatives and societal pressures. The choice to enter sex work may be the most viable option available given economic circumstances, lack of qualifications for higher-paying jobs, or other personal challenges. While agency is a factor for some, It is vital to recognize that not all participation in the sex industry is voluntary. Instances of coercion and exploitation exist, both historically and in contemporary Japan. The history of women like the Karaoke-san, sent abroad for sex work, serves as a stark reminder of past exploitation. Modern forms of exploitation can include debt bondage, where women are trapped by exorbitant fees for housing, training, or introduction services. These debts are structured to be nearly impossible to repay, forcing continued work. This creates a cycle of dependency and control. Brokers, managers, or organized crime elements can also trap women through various coercive means. This might involve manipulation, threats, or exploiting vulnerabilities such as poverty, lack of social support, or immigration status. Understanding the industry requires acknowledging this darker side. Engaging in sex work carries a heavy social stigma in Japan. Despite the industry's visibility, this stigma can lead to significant social isolation and psychological distress for the women involved. They may face judgment from family, friends, and society at large. The internal impact of this stigma can manifest as feelings of guilt, shame, or low self-worth. Navigating these emotions while performing emotionally demanding work is a significant burden. The constant need to hide their profession from many aspects of their lives adds further stress. The difficulty transitioning to respectable careers is compounded by this social judgment. Even if a woman wishes to leave the industry, the perceived stain of her past work can make finding alternative employment challenging. This lack of exit options can perpetuate involvement. There is a societal tendency to overlook or minimize the emotional and psychological toll on sex workers. The expectation can be to act as if it never happened, denying the reality of their experiences and the potential trauma involved. This lack of societal acknowledgement hinders healing and support. The existence and scale of the sex industry are fundamentally sustained by client demand. The industry caters to a wide range of clients with diverse motivations. These clients come from various backgrounds and seek different forms of interaction. Clients may seek stress relief from demanding work lives, companionship in an increasingly isolated society, or the fulfillment of fantasies not possible in conventional relationships. The services offered are designed to meet these varied needs, creating a robust market. Understanding client motivations is crucial because their demand directly influences the structure and accessibility of the industry. The willingness of clients to pay for these services provides the economic incentive for the industry to operate and employ women. The client base is a critical, though often less discussed, component of this ecosystem. As mentioned earlier, the flexible working conditions are a significant draw for many women. This flexibility is a core component of the industry structure. Unlike the rigid 9-to-5 schedules common in traditional Japanese companies, sex work often allows for late-night shifts, part-time engagement, or working only a few days a week. This contrasts sharply with the often inflexible and demanding schedules found in many conventional jobs, particularly for women balancing family responsibilities. The ability to control one's schedule offers a degree of freedom and adaptability. This flexibility makes the industry accessible and appealing to women with varied lifestyles and needs. This includes students needing to work around classes, mothers requiring flexible hours to care for children, or individuals pursuing other creative or entrepreneurial endeavors. The structure of the work itself is a key factor in its appeal. Social media platforms reflect and amplify the complex societal attitudes towards sex work in Japan. On one hand, the stigma persists, with negative portrayals and judgment common. On the other hand, the industry has a visible presence online, contributing to a form of normalization. Women in the industry may use social media for advertising, connecting with clients, or building a personal brand, increasing its visibility. Discussions about sex work, while often judgmental, also occur, bringing the topic into public discourse, albeit sometimes superficially. This online visibility contributes to making sex work a more apparent option for young women. It can demystify aspects of the work, though often presenting a curated or idealized version. Social media thus plays a role in shaping both the perception and accessibility of the industry in the modern era. The specific legal framework in Japan is critical to understanding the industry's scale. While prostitution involving penetrative sex is illegal, the law has been interpreted and enforced in a way that permits a wide range of non-penetrative sexual services. This includes establishments like soaplans, fashion health, and various types of massage parlors and clubs. These legal loopholes allow the industry to operate on a massive scale, relatively openly. This creates a large and accessible market for both clients and workers. The sheer size of this legally ambiguous sector means it employs a significant number of women across the country. The legal structure, or lack thereof, regarding non-penetrative services is not merely a technicality. It is a fundamental reason why the industry is so pervasive and accessible. It shapes the economic landscape and the options available to women seeking employment. In conclusion, the reasons why some Japanese women engage in sex work are deeply complex and multifaceted. They cannot be attributed to a single cause, but rather result from a dynamic interplay of economic necessity, societal structures, cultural norms, and individual circumstances. The industry's accessibility, partly due to legal ambiguities and historical normalization, combined with its flexible structure and potential for higher earnings, makes it a viable option for many facing economic hardship or seeking financial independence. However, this must be viewed alongside the significant challenges of gender inequality, limited traditional opportunities, and the ever-present risk of coercion and exploitation. The heavy social and psychological toll of stigma adds another layer of complexity, often trapping women within the industry and hindering their ability to transition. Understanding this landscape requires acknowledging the historical context, the current economic realities, the nuances of personal agency, and the systemic issues that limit women's choices. It is a complex picture shaped by history, society, and individual lives. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more interviews and exciting content.